And this is my advice to people in power today, especially appointees of the NDC. Most of you still are not too convinced that you are in a position where it's not like before. And there's one thing people need to know. The president himself, his position, there are some people who want the president's position. John Mahama Kra position or in the MDC, they want it. Now, this is very important. The dollar no be this is the dollar. Dollar no any and bogus you be feeling is John Mahama can and Abain Papa Ba. We all see glimpses of Abain Pa, and that is what we are seeing today. And the dollar no, let me go into my app. And I think most people in America, they use Wave, right? Yes. Now, this is how much Wave rate at as at 4:58 p.m. Ghana time, US time, no. Wave dollar at 12.82. 12.87 on Wave. It's showing 12.82 on the market. Into John Mahama in 4 months, which will move dollar every 17 to 12.82. This is massive. In fact, this small privilege and enjoyment where you enjoy dollar baby abeduno. Say John Mahama anya bibia kura for the next 4 years. I'm fine. Yeah. Because sa feeling where you feel it be a check as Ghanaians, you feel it be a check as businessmen, you feel it be a check as a country, a lot of the things we do, a business, you feel it be a check. This kind of feeling now, and the Nipa Bebre, Philly, John Mahama, any NDC for almost $12 na bedi 12 no. So from now to 2027, John Mahama anya bibia na Afia or share infrastructure cry. I am good. Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kennedy Agyapong, any MPP for Makanyina, it crow more for 8 years. They moved the dollar from 3 to 17. And it's here na say, inti sia yanya den. Inti dede na mo no on social media na mukemu no. Inti bibia sinti yanya den yen fa power mamo. Because mu ye de debate muntumi nka se yen fa power mamo. Inti na esen kadiesi no. Inti de ekos no yen jai ne yanya den fa power ma Bawumia. Na Bawumia no hwan be kyekyere man no nana bi. Bawumia ne hwan be kyekyere man no one hwan Samia Wuku one chema wuntumi. Na Kennedy Agyapong ne hwan be kyekyere man no. That is the question I'm asking. Inti dede na mo ye no ene kwi na mo ye na mu kem feefew no. The question is inti mu ye dede no ena we asi say inti yanya den ya taban yanya den yenjai nyefa tumi mamo na mo jusi ejimi edi na esi baby a dollar ni gina wo se mo si ni bibi gingan bibi ansesa ye obi anfa ne nsan ka dollar na hoden economy ni gina ne na so ya to petrol ya te petrol so sikasam koye inti esia na asiesia no mo si yanya den ye bibi asi inti yanya den na me jinsa mo beka se yentoma mo ana ye ndane aban ne mamo ba matesa mo kasa mu ye dede ena den ena ye nyewei ena we de ewubida ena mtinti yanya den and so what inti yanya den ye nyina yanya den yankɔhye dem na de ye hu no ye nyanto ne yefa tumi ma hwan Bawumia ana Kennedy. And na ye busa mo a simple question, because there are things that we need to ask. So a problem with what is happening today. Now person ka say yenja ne yemfa tumi mfa ma MPP aka till date obian tumi nye bold nka say ye hu nyama bi ntimuntam tumi ma MPP de he MPP omutena so 8 years ya Bawumia we ya Kennedy Agyapong we ya sa ose chairman sabusu MPP we ya chairman wuntumi galam say MPP ketjemfu a sa MPP Kufuado bedi etuo gabi ocheda ko kenoforiata MPP sa MPP hakmo wuso ajima MP osafuma for MPP de Michael Kwe MPP girl ye friend no adwasafo okotena brochire 2 years oja nedwuma to ho MPP Sisilia Rapa MPP ben na mo ka no de amuye de and so what into the anytime na me busa mo say ana mo ye de na mo ye press conference na mo kasa into anya den mo bo mata ban mu anya den and so what and kan for be say and so hot into anya den into mo nka bibi nkyere na ehu de pese ye yanya den yenjai Ghana no ne amfa biansa nhyɛ mu nsɛm adentira mo adwene yam sɛ bibi nyɛ bibi nkoso nti yemfa Ghana ne mamo. The same people moi give to aware mo MPP Gabi Ochredako MPP. Nana Akufo-Addo MPP. Bawumia MPP. Samira Bawumia MPP. MPP ben na mo kano. Diyan ebia minimum MPP kro a mo ka se an yesi ayenti ase. Inti and so what? Inti anya den masa. We die ehunu de e another 80 years old. Me say the NDC omunye ade extraordinary. What the NPP has done in this 4 months is to seal the loopholes. That's all. And no nana ye kachire in Kwasia for the past 8 years. There's too much leak in the system. People are taking advantage of the system. They are stealing from the Bank of Ghana. They are stealing from the Finance Ministry. They are stealing from creating fake companies. Seal those holes. And that the revenue that we are losing, the gold na muriana modekwa broche edan nyoma edigu fie tutu amena de shemu. Stop it. Our dollars na mutumi kotam na mudi abre Akufo-Addo ene ne ma mikime mo no munjai. We were just telling people to seal those things. Yet Kroma na Mose Bank of Ghana aboka 60 billion. How yase obi dibiako to gold watch. Obi dibiako yese. Ya catch him say just be disciplined enough. Do not waste money. Atufosin any Esiama Moba power NDC John Mahama. All that they did was that they restructured the system. They reset the system. Baby ana tokro dano no musino. Baby ana sikebi nyuno. They've blocked it. They are living within the means of Yeni Ghana for the Enya. At this point, when in 4 months every Ghanaian has seen the dollar from 17 to 12. Oh, catch a Ghana and they say BBSC over the weekend inti yanya den mobo mutaba mu yanya den inti yanya den yenta san ya adwene. Yen nyina yenta nipa na ekoto aba nyina yenja ne ekoto aba ma MPP ena mebusa say MPP de he. Which MPP are you talking about? De he Akufo-Addo MPP, Gabi Ochredako MPP, PDS MPP, Kenneo MPP, MPP de he Agyapong MPP de he Galamsey MPP no. Chairman wuntumi Galamsey MPP no. De he na moka Mahamudu Bawumia Hoptel. Bawumia Edian Boko. Dian na muken Kennedy Agyapong dian. Sa Kennedy Agyapong kronfowi. Kennedy yentia ena omo abeka say okwaji ECG contract 310 million. Why? Kennedy awiwe. So dian na yenya den what should we do? Ana mu bibi yamu. Ana mu say was short memories. Ana mu say refi adentem. Intinka over the weekend bibi asintie nyina yenja ne medi MPP echi. Hey. This is the reality. And this is what we are looking at. And me, the government of the day, I've told you on several occasions, they will make mistakes, so many mistakes. It is normal. They will go against some of the laws. It is normal. They will, at the end of the day, do things we might not like. It is normal. The willingness to admit to say, oh, my mistake as a government is what we expect to see. And that willingness to show, say, there's a change in the mistakes they made. That is the government. And that is what we are seeing. The government now, it is willing to work for the people. Intimino, what the government told me is, you cannot change me, my idea, and I got an idea. And I saw some videos on TikTok. Now, a young man be eka say I assemble si me a foot soldier and I mean juma and I mean mam unity fie me juma say ye aban we aba. How many jobs na aban we are launching in Ghana? Entrepreneurship program. Aban we are launching Mr. Get me the number of job opportunities aban we are launching. Now what if you on such or debris from some MP NDC foot soldier ejuma ba ejuma ni ho into one tiasie. And the unye ready so bra because John Mahama ni NDC obi amba we kura se metam sika nche wunsem. You need to chase the policies and in humana abind the abano. Enti there is a reason ti abanika say oba or the nyoma beto to akwemu take advantage of nyoma order to akwemu no. Why he basintele and or sign contract or create a juma with the private sector. These jobs are there. You sit home and tell me say I me a foot soldier. Inti obi first can bring crime remi. Nobody is going to bring you money. And remember, so obi wa ban mu a sebio ejuma na yetuanika on tam sika ne mrawo. You take advantage of what the government is doing, and the policies are abino edit to the edit to kwemu send ebe buao because time na MPP was no. Then ma ojuma guye Maybe I will so now dollar no say usika and the dollar do 12. So what do you have to do? If you have to go and take loan, you have to look at the numbers and go take loan. Abana e bibia ma. So abani kreti you go there and go find some of the job. In Germany, there you are sitting there telling me say I assembly sinti and I'm a foot soldier. Me mammy and I'm a Juma say and a Juma say and a John Mahama to Cabrao. A Juma no look for the jobs. Are you getting me? Yeah. And then I'm moving on Montiasia. At this point, Mama, and thank you very much, team. MP NDC are buying Oma Lunch Ejumera. What searching for Ejumera? What application are to be a view? They have launched National Apprenticeship Program. What searching for a National Apprenticeship Program? No. What application are called OBFU? 1 million coders a job now. Coders program no. A land job no. 1 million job coders coders no. What do application are called? You are sitting at home. What you baby now say I and I'm your grassroots. And I'm your grassroots. Now you're grassroots. What do you have to do? Take advantage of your party's policies. That is all. Because what the government can do is to launch the program and tell you to go and do what? Take part, go and apply. Now, what's what catch them so we are grassroots ni. Now, the ben out is a grassroots, a juma ba grassroots tifie me, a beso grassroots in sa. Sabra better a Flagstaff house, never a minister. No, you are a grassroots, we get it. You work for the party, they get it. You are part of the reason, the people who work hard to bring NDC to power, they get it. Now, a jumana bana, ya lanchi a jumano so. You want NDC to come to your home and hold your hand, take advantage. When you're applying for the job, let them know. Say, may I apply for this job? I am an NDC person. Me pacho mo for the power, mo for me priority. That is what you do. If you have to go through your chairman, for the chairman to know, say, chairman, me if I was so apply Jumawi, me do baby reference. Into mo fraka say me a coordinator. Enter. That is what you do. You don't sit home and say, me a party grassroots into assembly sinti and the 2028 and the obewu. Because in him, from this time out to 2028, so one born home odin a come to me kum. And sebio onyame boade oboano ho. Onyankopon kra oboy no ode apa amaye. Enti akase nyame beboy a yete dem na nyane na adwuma beba. Ye pia bontene ko hwehwe adwuma no. Sofo ogina wani mu preach no Monday to Friday. Sofo papa bia no owo adwuma oye. So do not sit there and do a TikTok video. And I see I'm a say 27-23 and I NDC bar power and I'm a grassroots. Yes, yada say Obia do we are grassroots into the oye. We are grassroots into the oye. Have you taken advantage of the policies? No. But MPP Nina no ODD NDC near terminal. MPP Nina na also Kwasia no. O who say a lunch ejuma no or no an application ko. O who say 1 million coders job no or not an application ko. Adia bechina MPP Nina ejuma. Now what to yet me a grassroots and ejuma ni wo. You need to put your application in. You need to change the job. But you don't sit home and say, Asame Sinti, me a grassroots, and a 2028. The way I would be a junior. Because some people have taken advantage of the job. Some people have taken advantage of the job. In that argument, it goes nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere. Into they are really, really working hard and they are getting the opportunities. It's more going TikTok. I am a Juma say, and I see I'm a say, Obia Kocho Bisika, into hey, Obatina Hu. Meso Ede, Obatina Hu. Because a Jumana Yalanchino, Yalanchis at now, dem lesu. Yalanchis say, go and look for that job. Into the dollar now, what 12 now, NDC Diakodru Hono. The NDC government, from now to 2028, Memo Famun Sanka dollar nibium 1327. Edu 12 pe mom for Sanka on maningina wa. Another 4 years no manaba a 10. Yeah, realistically, if I were the finance minister, may the dollar ni do 12 and 13 kramin kobium. I wait 2027, I move it to bear 12, then I keep it there. And then I don't do anything because at this point, the NDC informant, NPP the 8 years, someone to mine. Into the end, I was say, Obi to me sorry, catch me say, I asame sinti, and on the funny thing. You see a lot of people talking, making noise, but nobody has been able to say the NPP is better than the NDC. You know why? Because they know that this government is doing something extraordinary. This government is doing something special. And it's MPP for one ankasa krampo, they are making noise, but they cannot tell Ghanaians directly, say, choose us over NDC. They know. But when it comes to governance, delivery, when it comes to people, a political party taking care of its citizens, they cannot come close to the NDC. The MPP knows about governance, about a government fighting corruption, a government doing what the people want. MPP for they cannot go close to NDC. And it's that they are not bold enough to tell you, say, you know something, vote for us. And they can make that statement. This alone should talk to you. This alone should give you a signal that the government of the day is willing to do their job. So do not sit home. Send me email. Send me email. Whoever you want to direct the email to, which agency, if we can help you, we will direct the email to that agency. We are all helping. Upejuma show say upejuma no mentene fi ngasa we grassroots inti. Julius Debra Mahama mube free haba de intemburom abetamo say kwame amwako na abot flag on temburom. Give your MP the pressure. Give your regional chairman the pressure. Give your district chairman the pressure. Let them know, say, Mona muye NDC for, they should also go and lobby for you. Ejuma ba, opportunity abedaho, your chairman, also call regional chairman. My regional chairman, that is how party works. You need to use a channel to get what you want. Eti, mama obin tina kan jam say, any to aba, any ye juma, we no. Mamenka be binjo. MPP for about power no. En Kwasia for mutina radio so e defend the MPP no. Emi no beti obenya kapre. En so ende san Kwasia for nam ho e di NDC for them. You get it? Until they are creating something in your head, they say, oh, NDC, asem we see inti wa wunim nyanse bia wo to abati MPP. Nyanse ni bia no be san adwene atwetia NDC. Nyanse ni bia ni Ghana obesa na adwene nde se edie pa na esi die na esi edie pa na esi obeka chem se me sesa ma adwene na me koto abama MPP die na esi o Ghana. What has happened in Ghana? Edie na esi a obeka chem se aban we nya edie na esi. Tell me one thing. And I want you people to question the NPP guys. Say, edie pa na esi a e kire se aban we ntumi nya adwuma no. Tell me one thing a obetuma gina se me sesa ma adwene edie na esi bibia nsi ye. The government is still intact. The government policies are intact. The government goodwill is still intact. The president is still showing the people respect. The appointees are working. Every part of the government is working as a machine. Into a dear panesia. And the Obekachem say, Abanwe, Obisi Sanajun or John Mahama Abound, BBNC. Everything is still under control. The government is still working. The dollar is reflecting. And the GUTA for the statement about Agyapong we say, Agyapong we say, Dabi. See, I know man sibi omukofano no ayafu. Enti as time goes on, no omuso ebe tunyoma abafomu omo betinyoma so. This is what governance means. Enti mema kwasi bi megina ho. Now American kwasi asem, and there's one thing I've seen from the NPP. They are not even bold to tell you say they are better than the NDC. They can't. In what way? And how can they even make that statement? Say NPP a better than NDC. It can never be possible because they don't have anything. Into a buying way so far, nothing has gone wrong. From the beginning, this government will make mistakes. People in this government will make mistakes. We can criticize constructively. We should direct them. We should guide them. We should make sure they stay for long because their policies and the way they have started shows to say, if we give them 42 years, this government will change this country. That's all. Because we have seen the NPP and we have seen what they used power to do. They killed, they murdered their own. They disrespected us. A family took over Ghana. Ye goodie wa asase ase. Omni ohini ka obi tribo mo ohini bi. Say omo ton ya sase goodie nyina dia koma bro ni. This alone. So we Ghana ni onim nyansa, you should never go close to the NPP. NPP e create a japade, just a political party. E catch Ghana for say ye goodie wa asase na se nyina e goodie bia omo de kwa bro kira koton. How can you give such a political party an opportunity again to rule you? How can you? These are the numbers. For 8 years, when did you ever see GUTA release a statement to say, say the dollar ne form into Muntinyo Maso? Did you ever see that? This is the first time in the history of Ghana. And the GUTA for releasing statement, they been see that. Telling Ejadifo say, Sibia dollar no economy ni no yes ramo montenyo maso wa hu bi da What to be that? This is the first time, and it is happening under the NDC. Inti uya Ghana ni na wotia. Do not underestimate this government and what they are doing. Of course, they will make mistakes. Of course, nipe nyina nyepe. Of course, some people will slip. It does not mean the government's vision has tilted. No, it is still in focus. It is still being on. It's still working. So what has changed? Nothing has changed. It is almost a GUTA. GUTA of all associations adjust prices with immediate effect. GUTA for a release statement. Catch the Agyapong. Was sebio ebuo kwan say yesremo. Sibia NDC aban ama dollar na ho de aba fom no. Yesremo montenyo so. You see, this is the reflection of good governance. Inti dia na wrong. A dia na wrong. And oko malata, oko kejetia, oko fosu market, and oko srem, oko water region. Agyapong kasa say nyoma mu ayefo. A dia na wo pe, dia nti na wo to aba. Ya nhwe nipa ba ko ho to aba. Ya hwe eye ekuo adwene do mutirim adwumpo ene senia omoba tena konwuma de omoba ya aboa wo ende nipa bebre omo Ghana omo ho eden ahenha omo ende petrol bo kofom ede na wugina so se Kwasia bi se an asem bi esi de na esi ede na esi wo Ghana ebi nsi da. But what is happening under John Mahama ebi nsi da. When it comes to GUTA releasing a statement, Ghana Agyapong so almost sre omo montenyo man so na ban na akire se eya ban pa. Where they been see that? And this should go down. It should tell you say a ban way, government way, part way, an opportunity for 40 years. This country, Chirima, they will live better. Now, also kind GUTA for letter na. Because of Swami Fonti and PZ Fonti. PZ Fonti na mebe kind. PZ for muntie. GUTA for letter ninye. GUTA for say. GUTA appeals to the trading community to adjust prices to reflect the gains. PZ for tie. GUTA appeals to the trading community to adjust prices to reflect the gains made by the Cedi against the major trading currencies. GUTA say. Adikudientia almost say Agyapong ewo Ghana nyina say omko to dwegu fom omesum amani nsuo ehini omosum na egu omofuruma so egu omofuruma egu omonufu so GUTA for say de omko to dwegu fom sibia dollar no ahoden na akofom ema Cedi no sebio akantene so enya ahoden na omosre Agyapong ewo nidie kwan so say omontenyoma so na okan krata na nkasa we na GUTA for kan ya midwudwam. The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, wishes to appeal to the trading community to adjust prices of goods and services to share the significant gains made by the appreciation of the Cedi against the major trading currencies and bring some relief to the consumption public. Thank you. Way every GUTA, omo ensano any omano asemnie. Omo de krata aba bontin say almost sledge before more Ghana say. They see a Cedi no. Under John Mahama and NDC no, every 17 abedru 12. Now almost Ghana Agyapong say, and your dollar and Kwana Cedi nenya wodi etia no, and the oba British pound na dollar ni jina na so, Cedi ni jina na so, oba euro na Cedi ni jina na so. Just say ewiase sika ahwodin no, and the Cedi no any omo pre ema sebio omo nemu ago. Enti GUTA say omo hu sade we bi da. GUTA releases statement to say that from the day GUTA. This is record in the history of the Republic of Ghana. And it is up to us. Ghana for the government has done its part. John Mahama and the NDC, they have done their part. The finance minister, the Ghana Bank of Ghana governor, the indices are showing, the numbers are showing. Ye penfa so de ye tukwan a sebio ye mfa so no mama yembra fam kakra na ema Ghana for so ehun ehin ha omo. That is how you build a nation. Enti mo amukodi dwa mo a sebio mo pesa Ghana koso no and the dollar na abofom ye nim so obi apamfa so emfa so ye enu ti na edidwa sebio montim fa so no so kakra na ye nyina ehun timi hin ha ye na sebio de aban ne ye no ohun se nipa brabo take effect nipa brabo sesa na aban ne nya den entumi nya mo na sebio ye mfa so no embra kese kese na ye nyina ehun hin ha ye. That is what we have been looking for. Aba ye koto ye 2024 ye kosa line na nipa 1.8 etutia MPP no Ni nyina ne say ne ye pese nyoma bo eba fom. Ne ye pese dollar ne ba fom. Enti hwan na se bibi asi. Hwan na se bibi boni asi. Bibi boni bi ansi ye. Hwi nsi ye. Ye gyinam aban ni bo adwuma. Edwadifo ho tomo. Dollar na ho den ba fom. Pound at one day ba fom. Cedi gyina ne na so se mo si ni bibi. E de na asi anipa bi kasa. Moma yemfa ye ni nto de ye no so. Moma yentie de aban ne ye. Moma yenhwe reality no. Na afa moma yenkan humbom ne yenkyekere man no. Na nkwasiafo we from MPP a. Omde Ghana egudie nyina under Agyapade. Omde Ghana egudie nyina omka ne nyina bomu. E na omka se omkoton amabroni. What is despicable than this? Say na me hu Ghana ni na odi MPP echi a. Uyo mambofo. You are somebody we are not supposed to reason with. In the first place, for a political party to say, yeah, the Ghana good year nyina, yeah, bibi a friend no, Agyapade, near the aquabro chacoton, ever seen there, and conform say, your partners or motor, a good year organ, and you mudin. Yakoshemuno, na a yaku in the bush for. These are the people controlling the MPP. Intimusi DNAC, Yanya day, Yanjai, and this near day, Yan Twaba my MPP. Yanya day, Yanjai, and this near Metia MPP. Adentra. Are we insane? Ya bodam. Anytime people say DNAC, Uncle for you the day, Ekasa DNAC or Ghana. What has happened? What has happened is the good news. And the good news is that the government of the day is changing lives. They are making life easy for Ghanaians. These are things that we don't have to take for granted. Especially around this era where countries are struggling. Around this era where countries are struggling economically, socially, politically. People are not seeing top. You can say, Amanfo Huswa, Oba in Krobebre Africa, Omu Huso. You have a government in less than 4 months, Emuvu second from $17 at Schwa the Ababedu $13, $12. Oda hu ye de day. Umpewe na pedian MPP. Ya mama Hamudu Baomia 8 solid years. Ya tiano baka so oye economic waste kid. Ya tiano beka toli. Or she said toli, and it's a wedding cake. You tell about Miaka say, on in the nim area say, a conta economics will be our economic management team. Or selecting nipa or $10 from 3.8 echo do 17. Canada Agyapong yamu contract 90%. San Kwasia for na musi enya den. BBSC inti enya den yan kotuma MPP. Na Ekufuado ene Gabi. Ene dey bedi etu mu samra. Because you see, the MPP as a political party, it belongs to Ekufuado. He controls the NPP. The NPP bile part in the bond, you know. Ekufuado the honor. On the Kuta scano. Nana the Danko Ekufuado is not going anywhere. Gabi has not gone anywhere. They are still around. They are lingering. But they are lingering. They are waiting because they are waiting to kill us for good. First one, and you mistake. You even think, consider these people. We are done. Where I advise uja kwa. I me platform me na me teye on sha ko. So o shana say o asempa pe bi a o pesa me kana me nka ko baby e ho ko tie. You don't decide for me what I have to speak on. Dabi. Because from day one am ka me say Kevin Taylor obi antie no. Kevin Taylor onye relevant biom. Ko baby omo ye relevant na ko tie de open wo ho. Aha, ye nya relevant. Enti baby a omo ye relevant no ko ho obodam. Wa bo dam. Ko bie Facebook yanji sika. Kevin Taylor me chechire de mu ma wo. Ofui, okwa Facebook yanji sika. Ko baby na okwa chechire mu. O pe me nka wa asem ma wo. De mpese me tie no nka enti ubu ofu. O bodam. Enti kumasefo modia no. Now, there's something I need to address. And it's got to do with what is in the system. And as you guys know, I keep saying on this platform defends good governance. So defending good governance is me projecting this government, the good things it's doing for the people of Ghana, me making sure that in this government, improving the lives of Ghanaians. The people in the government, is their responsibility to protect their government. It's their responsibility to make sure their actions at the end of the day protects the government and the party. Let me say something. All the news making rounds, it's not my problem. I don't care. But there's one thing I want to say. if you are an appointee in this government, you have three things you need to protect. One, your responsibility is to protect this government. Secondly, your responsibility is to protect the party that formed the government. And three, your responsibility to protect you, your person. And I mean your credibility, your career as a politician. So if you're a politician and you are an appointee of John Mahama in this government, what you need to do is that, and so from the NDC, you need to understand the say how you were looked at yesterday, today you are not looked at the same way. And I'm trying to say, Sibiana ye whom in 2024, no, right now as I speak to you, and yes, I didn't whom. So maybe some of you have forgotten yourselves, or some of you maybe are overwhelmed with where you are now. What I can tell you is, you don't have to forget that you are not outside now, you are inside. And you being inside, the kind of privileges that you enjoyed when you were in opposition, you cannot enjoy those privileges now. That is the difference between being in government and being out of government. The NPP, as we speak today, they are jobless. They have no jobs. So they have time on their hand. And the time they have on their hand is that time now that has turned into pain, they will use that time to make sure, say, they find something on you in this government. And see, if you are in this government, you should know the basic that I used to be in opposition. I used to have chance to do these things. I used to be able to do some things that people did not care. I used to be able to move around the way I wanted and people didn't care. But now you are in power. Now you have been given a position. Now the privileges that you used to enjoy as an opposition member, you cannot enjoy that privilege now. So it is your responsibility, if you want to at least please the person who appointed you, to live within that principles are a bit me a protect a bino, a protect a yet or party, and as I protect you as an individual. Inti, you don't sit now and underestimate anything. And this is my advice to people in power today, especially appointees of the NDC. Because most of you still are not too convinced that you are in a position where it's not like before. And there's one thing people need to know. The president himself, his position, there are some people who want the president's position. John Mahama Kra position or in the MDC, they want it. No position in the NDC is default or is a property that cannot be taken. And it's oh NDC mu. Now say we are appointee. Now can the John Mahama administration you should be extremely cautious how you conduct yourself. At least being part of this government, you should be extremely cautious. And the most dangerous part is you should be very cautious about even the people in your own party and government. Because like I said, even the president himself, his position in the NDC, there are people who want the president's position. So you as an appointee and you as a person part of the government, you should know that your position is not constant. It can change. So this should be an advice. And more importantly, conversations now by you appointees with your colleagues and especially with people outside or somewhere, very careful. People are going to start recording you. People are going to start putting the spotlight on you. People are going to even do things against you, even from your own party. Anytime I start a conversation, I say, things are happening, fine. But my advice to the NDC appointees is to say, you have to be extremely cautious. Who you talk to, how you conduct your business, even in your own party. The question is, you can have conversation with everyone, anybody. But the issue here is the conversation we're having with a person. If today it comes into the public light, that conversation, is it going to keep you at where you are? Is it going to make the president angry? Is it going to, at the end of the day, denigrate your party and your government? Because you're having a conversation, nobody's against your conversation. Whether with your NPP person, NDC friend, or NPP outsider, whatever. But the conversation, the issue is, Saudi in Komona and Komono is about your position. San Komona Udino, send the Obi record the wa. Sa recording na ebeba bontineno. Is it going to taint you? Is it going to taint the president? Is it going to taint the government and the party? These are things you people who have been appointed to serve in the government, these are things that you have to be very cautious about. And I understand the majority of you guys who have gotten this position, you are still not there yet. You are still not in that position. Understand and say, maybe I now want any baby neno. There's a difference in those two. We should be very, very critical about these things. And from where I sit, my advice to the NDC appointees is that you have to be extremely cautious. You are no more in opposition. The things you used to do in opposition, you can't do it now. The conversations you used to have in opposition, you can't have them now. The kind of things you used to do in opposition, you can't do them now. So maybe some of you have still not gotten the reality check that you are in power and that the NPP, that is your position, they have no job for the next 42 years. So you are their project. Every single step is a project to them, for them. Every single conversation is a project for them. So do not underestimate what you say, what you do, your actions, the kind of people you deal with, where you are seen mingling, wherever you find yourself. These are very important things. Unless you still don't believe you're in power. But if you want to face the reality and understand that where you are now is different from where you used to be, then you understand what I'm talking about. You get what I'm telling you. And see, to me, I am not going to sit here and call the clouds to come over anyone. I'm going to sit here and advise appointees of the new government. Advise the appointees in this government. Advise every single person who has been given opportunity. The most important thing is that if you are an appointee, if you have been given a position, recordings are very important things you need to pay attention to. From today, people are going to set you up. A man for best set them up. They are going to use women. They are going to use even your party. Remember, Ofosuan Pofu was having a meeting with NDC4, and at the end of the day, a recording came out of NDC executive meeting. So nobody is isolated from this matter. Now they are going to start recording you people. They are going to start putting things together. They are going to set you up. So my only advice to appointees under this government, under this president, to be extremely careful, especially your conversation, especially where you go, what you do, how you conduct yourself. Opposition is different from being in power. The MPP are hurt from the loss. That loss that they suffered in 2024 is going to take them about 30 years to get over it. So you are their targets. They are going to pounce on any small meat to make a meal out of. So for me, where I sit, my little advice to every appointee is to remember from today, you are no more in opposition. You are in power. You are in office. What you used to do 2, 3, 4 months ago, you cannot do them anymore. When you get these things right, I think you can survive under this government. But if you fail, you will bury yourself. Your actions will bury you. It will bury your party. It will bury your government. Your actions will destroy you. It will destroy your party, and it will destroy your government. This is simple. Start getting to know the reality. You are no more in opposition. You are in power. These are very, very important things. All right, that's all I'm going to say about what is actually going on in Ghana and what is circulating around in Ghana. Very, very important. In now, after na yeni aye pese tie Ghana hon sempa no yenka ai. Baby a mo amoba e betie nsem na betwitwa no monko se bonya wie afei omo mpeso mo tie Ghana nsem no they should remain sene be betuma e show no enti mo betie nsem no a mo amhwe a mo satisfied no Hi, munyamonko, hi. Now, Mama Yanka Ghana in Sempano, very, very important. We are not here to please anybody. Yes. Now, let's take our business. Mama, Mr. P, Mr. S, let them go. Those who came and listened to Kevin Taylor, they say a story. Monkona Ghana from Nimnyan Sanenka. Na yenny omo enchichire Ghana no. Na yenka Ghana and very, very important.